all these structures around us are crumbling, and we kind of like, it's hard to sort of tether yourself.
That's it. Okay, we begin. So, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. And we always begin with a theme of something. So I'm going to begin with a theme of instability. How do we feel unstable? What are the things that allow us to feel unstable? So people will say life is suffering, life is hard. Life isn't suffering. Suffering exists in your mind, not in life. So we have to first recognize what is it that gives us stability. What gives us stability is fundamentally the illusion that we're in control. That's what gives you stability. If you feel you are in control of something, yourself, life, you know where you're going, life is taking you in the right place or wrong place, there is a level of control. And the more you feel you have control over something, the more secure you feel. Right? Now, what gives you this level of illusion is not that something is you're controlling something with your hands or your feet or your senses, but the control is an inner bit, a space within you where you feel you are in control. Even though you have some level of control on what you eat, etc., but you feel you're in control. And feeling resides on your attachments. What in you is attached to what? So within you, within me, within all of us, there is this assumption that I am within me. Right? There's a me inside here. But if you were to look for that me, you will never find it. There is no me. You are and I am a happening in the ocean. We're like waves that come through. But as the wave, we have the illusion that we will be here forever. So you will hear, even in the language, you will hear so and so has died of X, Y, and Z. So and so has died of X, Y, and Z. There always has to be an excuse. Not recognizing that that this illusion, this wave that comes to be, um, assumes that it has independence, it has separation, and it is its own journey. Unfortunately, this illusion is based on nothing more than a mental idea. So you are now starting to see what we were telling you 3 years ago. That there will come a time, and there is a time, and it's been slowly growing, and you can see it for what it is, that all structures around you, all governmental space, all education systems, all health systems. If you go back 3 years ago, you will find that must have done half a dozen of these talks on the collapse of the health system, the coming collapse of the health system. When do you get an appointment? So today's headlines, the most emergency A&E attendees tend to be children between the age of 6 and 10 who have to have their teeth surgically removed because they're rotten. That's a headline. In a developed country, which is able to afford to pay hundreds of millions to slaughter kids in different parts of the world, but can't look after their own. Right? So this is becoming apparent. The fact that the atrocities happening across the world are now being debated at The Hague for genocide should tell you we have entered a level in which there is instability. Global social instability. The recent discovery of tunnels underneath synagogues in New York shed light to do with human trafficking and religions in a way that you will never be able to step out of it. So imagine that you have believed whatever institution it is, medical, educational, religious, whoever, government, whoever. Well, you found out by believing your government, while you couldn't console people who were dying, they were having a party. We live in a world where there is now dissonance, cognitive dissonance. The things that you thought were solid aren't solid, and you're trying to show yourself that they are. So you're going through this constant, this can't be true. Oh, things will get better. This can't be true. Things will get to normal. No, it's not going to get to normal. There is no normal. Never will be a normal. Why? Because the illusion falls. Normal is stability. Normal is rigidity. Normal is same old, same old. The Truman Show. That's normal. Life ain't normal anymore and never will be normal anymore. So this awakening in human consciousness, what it means when we say, oh, there is an ascension. No one's going to carry you to another planet. Right? In fact, other things from the planets make themselves more visible, like they're already doing. You will find that a lot of our thinking changes. What happens to racism? What happens to racism when you realize there are beings from other parts of the universe and galaxies? What happens to religion? What happens to politics? Who are you going to fight now? The Ukrainians, the Palestinians, or those who've been preying on you? Where do you draw the line now? Who do you trust? Who are you going to run to then? These are instability spaces that we are now moving into. So you will see in most of these talks, when I send the invite, it says to prevent post-transformational trauma. Yeah. So little snippets of information, enough to just put the little thought. When it happens, you say, oh, no. I remember someone saying something like this. Ain't absurd. It's real. You can see it. And to recognize the more you put your trust in others, the more it'll be abused. Just the way it is. Education, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Now, you look at what our children being educated in. How much confusion is being created in very young, developing minds. No? Then you say, all right, today the other headline was the number of difficulties women are having, childbearing women are having, because they don't have enough midwives. Not just that, you've broken intergenerational stuff, where the mothers of old could help the mothers of be. Now people will begin to realize how language has been used to create certain mindsets, whether they're to do with your liberation, whether they're to do with your rights or your privilege or whatever it is. But everyone's been categorized. We've categorized ourselves and we've assumed what we think is correct. But it's not your thinking. Someone else has given you this. So this profound space we're all going into and are into is the best thing. Can you imagine living in the 50s? Boring. Black and white TV, nothing happening. No transformation, lots of racism. Right? Yeah? Misogyny, all that stuff going on. Yeah? Now, the whole thing has been shaken. And we're privileged to be part of this. More importantly, we are privileged to know it's happening. And most importantly, we're privileged to be able to look at it and step back. Hold our peace. Make sure no matter what happens. And once this realization dawns upon you, right? First, you have to see it, right? You have to see it and say, yeah, there ain't much I'm in control of, but I'm in control of myself. Yeah. Illusion number one. But it's a good one. At least you're starting to see things around you and said, I can't change all of that, right? But I realize that it's happening as it needs to happen. May not be able to accept it, but it's happening as it needs to happen. Position number one, see it. Position number two, understand it. Ah, everything has a start, middle, end. Everything has a start, middle, end. Begin to understand it, that there's a pattern to everything. And the pattern is always the same. Oh, okay. Understanding. The third is realizing that you're part of the pattern. You too are part of that pattern. You're not separate from it. Realizing that brings a bit of humility. Then realizing that all that internal content within you creates nothing more than the illusion that you have control, because the whole thing is moving by itself. All existence moves by itself. Today will become tomorrow. No one's going to ask you. They're not going to take a vote. It's going to happen. Those who are going to be born, they're going to be born. Those who are going to die are going to die. That's just the way it is. Start, middle, end, start, middle, end. Recognizing, there is no control. And having trust in that. This is where meditation takes you. Trust in that which you can't hold. But knowing that within yourself, every time you go to that space, there is stillness, there is silence, there is peace. Every time you go there. That's your consistency. That's who you are. That's when everything else is going kaput. You can move in there knowing it's there. But if you've never visited that, how will you ever know? Which is why meditation is so key. That at least you've tasted it once. Yeah, at least you've tasted that once. Okay, shall we begin with our meditation today? So, as usual, we'll begin with just looking at our posture. And what you want to do is adjust your posture quite deliberately. Move your shoulders up, or should I say, move your back and your up spine. Allow it to be erect, but not rigid. Yeah, so need to be cautious on that. Go to your shoulders and make sure they're not hunched, but pull them back a little bit. And then allow yourself to be held by the chair or the seat that you're on. So you can relax a little bit. Yeah, so you're not rigid. And then we move towards our eyes, and we notice that they are closed. You can see the back of your eyelids, or you have awareness of it. Let me tell you that. And then you allow your awareness to move to your jaw. Make sure that it's not rigid. Allow it to soften, and then pull your chin in slightly. Okay. As you draw your next breath in, you want to move your focus to your body as a whole, and want to notice if there's any discomfort anywhere. And you want to begin to see if there's any sensations that are dominant. So, for example, a pain in the body, an ache, a tightness, an itch. Just a quick little scan. And then from the top of your head, imagine a hula hoop. Allow it to come down, scanning your body as best as it can. Your intention simply to know what's going on with you. Nothing else matters at this moment. Next breath in, once again, bring your focus to your whole body as best as you can. And again, we just take a quick note of anything that's dominant. Pain, ache, tightness. Bringing your focus now to your seat. And we want to notice the sensations in our body where you make contact with your seat. So you're not trying to define them, you're not trying to label them, but simply notice the sensation, the pressure of your body as it makes contact with your seat. And then from those sensations, we allow this awareness to move up towards our hips. And you want to allow your focus to move from your back to the front and to the sides. And as we become aware of any part of the body, it relaxes, it softens. Next breath out, you allow this awareness to move down your thighs towards your knees. Take your time. It's always important not to rush the initial body scan. From your knees, allow this awareness to now go towards your ankles, scanning the back of your legs first. And then scanning the front of your legs, your shin. And then from your ankles, you become aware of your feet. Gently drawing your awareness now to the soles of your feet. Next breath in, bring your focus back to your seat. Notice your back is straight and upright. Next breath in, from the bottom of your back, from the lower back, as you breathe in, bring your focus up towards the middle back. From our middle back, we bring this focus up towards our shoulder blades. And then gently moving it to our shoulders. See if you can soften your shoulders. And then from your shoulders, allow this awareness to drift down towards your elbows. And then gently moving down towards your wrists. And then moving to the palms of your hands. And then see if you can notice your fingers or the tips of your fingers. Next breath in, bringing your focus towards your eyes. And you begin to notice the darkness or the lights or the back of your eyelids, recognizing awareness. The essence of you is simply this awareness. No content. Notice how you can be aware of the back of your head. And then as you breathe out, allow your eyes to soften. Next breath in, bringing your focus towards your mouth. Notice your lips, scanning your upper lip, scanning your lower lip. And then drawing your focus within your mouth. Notice the sensations around the roof of your mouth, on the inside cheeks. Notice your tongue. Allow it to soften. Allow your jaw to soften. And then as you breathe out, you allow your face to soften. Next breath in, bringing your focus to your body as a whole. And once again, see if you can notice anything that draws your attention. And then gently moving your focus just beneath your nose and begin to watch your breath. Next breath in, allow your awareness to now go to your inner space. Become aware of what's going on within you. Your mental space, your emotional space, and just your state of being. Do you feel drowsy or do you feel alert? Are you distracted or are you able to focus? Is there something dominant on your mind? Something that draws your attention? And then allowing this awareness to come towards your chest. And Then you begin to notice the movement of your chest in rhythm with your breath. Your focus just on the chest, the movement of your chest. Notice there are subtle sensations around your ribs. See if you can notice them. Next breath in, bringing your focus a bit deeper into yourself, to your very heart. Just hold your awareness as deeply as you can, right in the center of your chest, deep within yourself. And as you hold your focus there, begin to notice how you're actually feeling. Do you feel at peace? Do you feel peaceful? Do you feel agitated? Do you feel settled or do you feel unsettled? On your next breath out, you open your awareness to all the sounds around you. Begin to listen. Not trying to work the sounds out, simply listening. Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose. Begin to watch your breath. Allowing the breath to breathe by itself. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. To move ourselves a bit deeper, we begin to follow the out breath all the way till the end. Notice exactly when it finishes. Allow your out breath to draw you deeper and deeper into the moment of now. Alert, relaxed, focused. Following your out breath all the way till the end. Notice how the breath feels now. Does it feel light or does it feel heavy? And now bringing your focus to the sound of your breath. Stay with your breath. On your next breath out, once again, you open your awareness to all the sounds around you, including the sound of your breath. Allow any sound, any noise to come to you. You don't need to look for it. Simply aware of the sounds. Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose, sitting with your breath in silence. On your next breath out, expanding your awareness to include your whole body again. Notice how the body feels. Is there any discomfort? Bringing your focus back to your seat. Notice the sensations. And you use those sensations as an anchor, allowing your awareness to move up towards your hips. And then gently down your thighs towards your knees, coming back to the body. From your knees, you move down, scanning the back of your legs, the front of your legs, and then from your ankles, moving to your feet. And then gently allowing this awareness to drift towards the soles of your feet. Next breath in, bringing your focus back to the seat you're on. Notice your back is straight and upright. Shoulders, arms, hands, relaxed, comfortable. Your eyes are still closed, your mouth is still closed, and your face is relaxed. Coming back to your breath. And now as the breath moves in, we can sense our body. As the breath moves out, we can sense our body. Allowing our awareness to come back to the body itself. Breathing in, you sense your body. Breathing out, you sense your body. Breathing in, you're at peace. Breathing out, you're at peace. And now you set the intention that when you hear the bell, you're going to draw some slow, deep breaths in, and you're going to gently come out, opening your eyes in your own good time.